Namo Phat, good morning. Thanks for joining me for our daily practice check-in. Listen, listen, listen. This beautiful sound calls us back to our true home. The fourth mindfulness training. Aware of the suffering caused by unmindful speech and the inability to listen to others, I vow to cultivate loving speech and deep listening in order to bring joy and happiness to others and to relieve others of their suffering. Knowing that words can create happiness or suffering, I'm determined to speak truthfully with words that inspire self-confidence, joy, and hope. I will not spread news I do not know to be certain, and will not criticize or condemn things of which I am not sure. I will refrain from uttering words that can cause division or discord, or that can cause the family or the community to break. I'm determined to make all efforts to reconcile and resolve all conflicts, however small. Dharma lesson this morning is Desire, Satisfaction, Dissatisfaction, and Freedom by Ajahn Amaro from his book Catastrophe, Apostrophe. Perhaps a good way to illustrate this last point is to recount my own experience. When I was 21 years old, I was already regularly filled with despair. I'd become an alcoholic by the time I was 20, and I was getting to the point where I was beginning to think that freedom was really impossible. Happiness was impossible. I was thinking that maybe life was just a case of surviving ordinary human unhappiness for as long as we can. Eventually we die, and that's all there is. I was beginning to have that kind of feeling. It seemed that it was impossible to be genuinely free because there were always limitations. You could never fulfill all your desires. Either you didn't have enough money, or there were too many laws, too many obstacles. Freedom was impossible. I went traveling to Southeast Asia, and along the way, I was shown to a monastery in Thailand. I asked to stay there simply because I needed a cheap place. I didn't have very much money. At the time, as a type of hippie anarchist, I objected philosophically to organized religion and to rules of any kind. I thought I would stay at the monastery for 2 or 3 days. I knew nothing about Buddhism at that time, as I'd never even read a Buddhist book. I thought the Buddha was Chinese. The monks kindly let me stay at the monastery for a few days, telling me I'd need to shave my head if I was going to be there for more than a week. On the first evening, I asked one of the novices about meditation, and he gave me some instructions. I remember him saying, "Desire is a liar. When you desire something, it's not telling you the truth, and if we let go of our desire, then it just passes away." When I heard that, I thought, that's pretty stupid. That doesn't help me at all. I still won't get what I want, and I will be in a state of lack, just as usual. But I also thought that since I was staying in the place, I should give it a try. All guests were on the 8 precepts, which, I was surprised to learn, meant there was no supper. That evening, a few minutes into the group meditation, I thought, I'm hungry. I fancy some pineapple. Then I thought, okay, I'm hungry. That's a desire. But the novice said, let go of desire and things will be fine. So, okay, I'm feeling hungry. It's not making that go away. So what did that letting go bit mean? A moment later, I'm still hungry. Buddhism is stupid. But after 5 or 10 minutes, my mind having been distracted by something else, I noticed that when I brought my attention back to the present, the hungry feeling had gone. A few minutes earlier, I was hungry, and I was apparently incomplete without some pineapple. 10 minutes later, I hadn't got the pineapple, but nothing was missing. Oh, I didn't get the pineapple, but nothing was missing. That was the big moment. It was like a curtain opening on the way forward to liberation. I could suddenly see what the novice had meant when he said, "Desire is a liar." Desire had been telling me that if I didn't get the pineapple, I would not be complete. If we believe that, we end up endlessly chasing the desired object, hoping for some kind of fulfillment. The moment came where I didn't get the pineapple, and nothing was missing. It was as if a pathway had opened up in front of me, and I could see what I had to do. Of course, that was the start of a long journey rather than the end of one. That happened more than 40 years ago, and it's one of the reasons why I still follow this teaching today. It's highly valuable because it speaks to the insight, the intuition, that freedom is possible. Even if the addictions are still there in the system, the heart knows deep down that freedom is possible. May all beings be well. May all beings be happy. May all beings be at peace. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Thank you for joining me today.